Okay, this is the first Evans virtual garden tour, and I'm starting at the front of our house in the southwest corner. Down in the front is a new addition called Sambucus. It's a small shrub that's in the elderberry family, and we have some irises blooming. I'm now walking around and we'll head to part of the garden on the south front corner of our yard. We have a lot of hostas because of the shade we have. And then we also have a little yard over here that has a number of hostas, mums, geranium, and you can see some poppies are blooming. And there's another little sambucus. And I'm walking over to our main sidewalk that comes up to our house, and I'm going to head back out to the front so that you can see the gardens on both sides. And this garden actually was full of bishop's weed last year, and I pulled it out and replanted with lady's mantle, ligularia, and a very nice little yellow and green bush. This is a shrub that we had put in that I thought was going to be more in control, but it's a little out of control right now, so I have to work on it. And then we have one on the other side as well. Now we're going to walk down the little stone path that I have on the north side of our house, and you'll see that we have an aruncus blooming and a beautiful poppy and some little yellow flowers down below, as well as this beautiful, beautiful horizontal type of tree. I'll move out because the one right here is an oak tree, but this is a horizontal shaped form of a dogwood, and it's got these beautiful little yellow, like lace cap flowers right now. We're going to continue back and walk towards what's in the center of this little walk is my blue hydrangea, Nico Blue, which has beautiful blue flowers during the fall area, or actually late summer, and a blue hosta that is enormous and out of control, and then some more hostas and ferns. And there's our front porch, and now we're going to walk around and go over to the other part of the yard towards the back of the front yard through another little walk. And this has I've been working on the grass back here because it was mud for a while, and again we have a lot of hostas, and you can see one of the roses are blooming and more hostas. There's a deciduous holly in the back, as well as more hostas because of all of our shade. And then we're coming up to the sunniest part of our yard, which is the south garden. It's a very narrow garden on the south side of our house. And this is a potted plant with a very large leaf that's starting to unroll. It's going to be serrated, and it's just beautiful. It gets very, very large. It's an elephant ear. And this is the south garden that has a couple of rows of Sharons. You can see some more wild geranium. We have, there's my little bird bath. We have hostas as well as ferns. And then this beautiful, beautiful tall plant is a variegated bamboo with a beautiful blue and green and yellow hosta down below. And I'll come back and show you more of this garden when we go back around the house. So now we're going to head back out towards the front so we can go around the north side of the house, and I can show you a few other features. This was some gravel we had put in a year ago to keep down the mud. And here on each side of the front door, or the front steps I should say, we have a couple of pots. And then up on the top we have some pots, as well as one at the base of this tree. Now, this tree is called a male mulberry. It does not drop mulberries, but it's got a beautiful form, and we have a climbing hydrangea that I planted on it that is going up somewhere around 25 to 30 feet up in the air. You can see it all the way up there. This tree has tons of character and really makes our front yard. Now we're going back to one of my favorite gardens, which is on the north side of the house. This is almost all shade. We have an aruncus that is blooming. That's a white. And then I have another climbing hydrangea that is actually starting to bloom right now. You can see some of the flowers. They're just lovely lace caps. And I have a little pineapple down here, as well as a boxwood, another blue hydrangea with some ferns and some brightly lime-colored hostas. Here's another aruncus. And then back in here are all hydrangeas, hostas, that have been growing back here for about 5 years now. This is another climbing hydrangea, and this actually is sitting on a lattice screen that David put in to screen my little seating area, which you will see in 1 minute. There we go. This seating area is one of my favorite places to be. I usually sit on a relaxing chair back here. And there's some pots that I've planted, as well as another one with a large purple elephant ear. There's some more pots over here. They will all have large elephant ears. Another one and another one. And this is the north fence where David has put lattice work up that has a lot of vines. We have a kiwi vine, we have clematis, and we have wisteria vine. And we have a number of raised beds back here. The raised beds, the ones closest to the fence, are all of David's herbs, and the rest has like lettuce and turnips and kale and potatoes and onions and peppers. And the big bush that you're seeing here is called a Japanese willow. I have to keep pruning it quite a bit. It can get out of hand, but it's very pretty right now because it's all in new leaf. And there's another potato bed. And then back in this shaded area, which is caged in to keep the animals out, are my strawberries. And you can see there are a lot of strawberries right now on the vines, or the plants. And this is my potting bench with a piece of pottery that we had gotten, or actually a plaque down in New Orleans. It's very nice. And I'll try to show you one of the red strawberries. There it is. And then also there's another Sambucus. I really like the color and the ferniness of the leaves, so I bought another one for back here. And this tree is my cute little red bud. If we go around, you'll see that I have some pansies, which are going to be coming out soon because the heat doesn't work well with them. And this is my potting bench as well as my potting shelf. We have to do a little repair on it. And so now we're looking back, and there's the backyard. There's the vegetable garden. The lid that's open is open to my cold frame, and you can now see the elevated beds, which I can stand up to work on. The greenery you're seeing are 4 beds of raspberries, and before we go in, I'm going to show you a new planting we did. This is a new lattice work. We had to have a tree taken out with a couple of climbing hydrangeas, and next to it is a forsythia bush. So let's go into the vegetable garden right now so that you can see the elevated beds. I now stand to do most of my gardening. They are about waist high, so it's very easy for me to weed and pick. Got a lot of beets here. Back further is rutabaga and Swiss chard. We've got spinach over there. More peppers in the back, and these are carrots and beets. And these fence-like things with the white sheets over them are edible pea pods, sugar snap peas, and we put the white on it to keep the sparrows from eating our pea pods. They like them. And there's a pea pod right now. And this has some Brussels sprouts in it. I'll continue to walk back. Spinach. And then over here are our tomatoes. They're doing very well. We actually have flowers on some of them. And now we're walking towards the front again. This is my compost bin. And we'll go out this gate. Oh, and this is another clematis that is growing and actually has a few blooms in it. There's our generator, which has come in handy twice in less than 9 months, and David's smoker. He also made me another little screen, and this has climbing hydrangea as well as a volunteer clematis, and you can see the little flower growing right here. And then we'll go back, and there's some more perennials here. The white is baptisma, and the purple is a type of salvia, and there's another kind of iris, as well as my grass that I brought back from the farm. It gets about 6 feet tall. And then this bush is actually a piece of our our burning bush out front that I planted as a little tiny plant, and it's gotten very, very big. And there is the variegated bamboo that we talked about, as well as my rain barrels. Now we're going to go back to the back of the house, and I'm going to show you our pear espalier. We have trained it, and I'm going to show you a couple of pears that we have actually growing. There they are. Our very first year that we've actually got some pears that birds haven't eaten. So this has been a lot of fun. And the only way we can really have a fruit tree here in our little area. Now we're going to walk back up on the back porch. These are my trays again of pansies. They'll be coming out, and something else will be going in, and some other pots that I have down here on the porch. My little turtle has a plant in it. And then we will go back down the stairs to my seating area, and again we'll end with my favorite place to be on a warm summer day.